Welcome to Sabbatical or Suicide. My name is Kathleen, and this is Episode 3, Amsterdam High. You know that weird sensation when you're driving through a torrential downpour? You've got your windshield wipers on full blast, your hazard signals frantically blinking, and you can't see a damn thing. Then, in an instant, the rain just stops, and it's sunny out. That's pretty much exactly what it felt like when I arrived in Amsterdam. From the moment I walked off the plane, it was like, boom, sunshine.
Welcome to Amsterdam. Local time is 9:37.
Well, we made it. Exiting the airplane. Walking into the Amsterdam airport. I don't know if you can sense the excitement in my voice, but I am excited to see what's next. I have to go through some sort of custom something or other. Hello? Hello? Oh, hey. I'm supposed to check in with my visa or my passport. Is that right? Do I have to do something special?
Where are you going to?
Amsterdam? So I don't have to go through
Do you
any...
have a visa?
No, I don't have a visa.
No, you don't need one. So you go to the left, it's immigration, and you show your passport.
Oh, okay, thanks. Visas and passports are not the same thing. And you can go ahead and laugh. Considering I'd never set foot on another continent before, and despite feeling a tad bit like a jackass, with the only certainty in the 6 weeks ahead being some random hostel I'd booked 2 days before, I was doing pretty okay. After leaving the airport, I hopped on a bus and made my way to my hostel. When I got there, I was greeted by a most interesting character. Her name is Mucha, and she literally just sits in her chair, outside in the sun, all day long, barely even flinching when people walk by, and looking like she's going to give birth at any minute. What made her so fascinating, though, is that she is clearly way past her baby-making years. I had to find out what her story was. Okay, we're sitting here with Mucha, and she's a...
Old English Bulldog.
The interesting thing about Mucha...
Yeah?
Is what?
Oh, she's thinking she's pregnant. That's why she have milk in, how you call it, in the tits.
Uh-huh.
So she thinks she's pregnant, but she isn't.
And why does she think she's pregnant?
Yeah, because normally if they live in the wild and the mother cannot give the puppies milk, there is always another dog that can give milk for that she don't die. But it's strange, if a dog is alone, she can have it also.
It looks kind of like she's just sitting there waiting for long-lost puppies to come home.
Yeah.
And how old is she?
9.
9 years old. And she's never had puppies?
No, never.
Mucha. And what's your name?
Viva.
Viva Mucha. So she's your dog?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. She is just amazing. Will she let me pet her?
Yeah, you can do everything about it.
Oh.
She looks like she do something, but she's a wolf in sheep's clothes, how you call that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and she likes to sitting in the sunshine.
I felt an odd sort of connection with Mucha, almost like she was me, had I been a dog for the last 8 years of my life. I completely understood how she could sit there in an unyielding, depressed complacency every day, almost mourning a life that could have been, or dreading the inescapable life that lie ahead. I felt like Mucha kind of understood me too, as she let out a small sigh every single time I passed her coming and going from my hostel. Then again, maybe she was just annoyed at my shadow interrupting her sunlight as I passed. Naturally, I was exhausted at this point, after having been up for 36 hours. So I went into my room and climbed into one of the 8 beds in there to snag some beauty rest before my hot Tinder date that night. I had 0 expectation of this Tinder thing. If it weren't for being in Europe, I wouldn't even be on Tinder. But there it was. This cute girl from Australia, living in Amsterdam, had swiped right. And I didn't exactly have anything else to do. I miscalculated my time in meeting her. I couldn't for the life of me figure out which train to catch. But fortunately for me, she was still waiting when I arrived 40 minutes late. She was standing underneath the designated sign with her back to me. As I approached and said, "Hello, Leanne?" she turned around and flashed the sweetest smile. She was way cuter than I expected, and her accent, well, that sure doesn't hurt. But the most attractive thing about this beautiful woman is that she'd been married for 8 years. She knew what it was like to have your entire vision for the rest of your life just go up in smoke. I apologized in advance for any rogue emotions that might pass through, and she said, "Oh, please, it's totally okay. When my marriage ended, I would just cry randomly. It's all part of the process." God, it felt good to sit there with someone who smiled warmly back at me with a little twinkle in her eye as we talked. It had just been such a long time since I sat across from someone who genuinely appreciated me on the other side of the table. After the ice was broken and we realized this was not going to be a struggle, but instead an absolute joy of an evening ahead, I did what anybody would do on a first date. I whipped out the microphones. Lucky for me, Leanne was a total sport.
Okay, so Leanne and I are sitting with our legs dangling over a canal. Leanne is a new friend that I met on Tinder. Dun, dun, dun. She's absolutely darling and wonderful and showing me around Amsterdam. We just had a beer at, do you know what the name of that restaurant was?
It was a tourist place. I would never normally go there except that Kathleen wanted to, so.
Oh, hell.
So accommodating like that. It's okay for a beer, but don't eat there.
Got it. We were going to stop into one of those, what do they call them, coffee shops?
Yeah.
So a coffee shop is synonymous with smoking weed.
Yeah, it's called a coffee shop, but don't expect to get any coffee in there. That's just where you buy weed, and they'll give you a really nice menu. They'll give you all the different types of weed they have. Whatever you want.
Oh, my God.
Pick and choose.
Oh, my God.
So,
now,
yeah.
are there going to be places like that still open after we eat dinner?
I have like half a joint in my kitchen.
Oh, we could go to Leanne's coffee shop. We might go to Leanne's. So anyway, what's cool is we are in this pizzeria, and Leanne suggested actually that we should come sit out on the canal, wait for our pizza, have a little wine. And I was very surprised. This is something you don't see in the States ever, because pretty much everywhere I know in the U.S., drinking in public is illegal.
Right. No, that's definitely totally cool here. You'll see like the first day that it's more than 15 degrees, everyone will be in the park drinking alcohol.
I can tell you there's something about this city already that is very much speaking my language.
So far that's alcohol and marijuana. I'm getting a picture of Kathleen.
No comment. So what else can you tell me, Leanne, that comes to mind? Anything special about Amsterdam?
It's really, really easy to live here, but you feel like you live in a little bit of a bubble. Like it's this place that's almost too good to be true. And it's so easy to not progress with your life. You can just end up here and just have fun for 5 years, which is fantastic actually. But then if you actually want to re-enter the real world, you might feel like those 5 years didn't necessarily progress you in the rest of everything else.
Do you think there could be any correlation between the marijuana consumption here and that statement?
Very slightly.
Does this canal have a particular name to it?
This is the Lelygracht. So gracht means canal, essentially. So this is the Lily Canal.
It sounds a little bit like Lady Crotch.
Like what?
Like Lady Crotch. You know what
in
that
your
means?
Mind. No.
Oh.
I did go in once when I was quite drunk, and
Did you go
positive
in
thing.
or did you fall in?
I purposely went in, but people do fall into the canals, especially when they're drunk.
Could you grab a rope and pull me back? Pull me back a little bit right now? Well, this is so fun. Pretty much if it was up to me, I would have a never-ending recording mic and
Yeah.
just keep going.
I do that with my singing lessons. I record them, and if I go to a concert, I tend to record those. Just
Hold
for the
on a
sake of it.
second. Hold on a second. You have recordings of your singing?
I do, yes.
Are you going to let me hear them after pizza?
Maybe after this bottle of wine, but
Yes.
might even sing.
What? All right, so I'm going to put these mics away, but I am going to bring them out again.
Excellent. I cannot wait.
And my hope is, if we can get you a little rowdy, is that we're going to hear a little of your singing.
Okay, we'll see how that
That
goes.
would be so awesome.
My wine glass is empty. So
Okay,
yeah.
check. Thank you.
I believed I was sitting in perfection, sipping wine on the canal with this absolutely darling gal. At least I thought that was perfection, until Leanne invited me up to her place. Oh, we light that half joint in her kitchen, and she surely does sing for me. In fact, here's a little preview.
Do you know that song? Took my love and I took it down.
I've never heard this one before.
Climbed a mountain on a tundra. Fleetwood Mac.
Nobody in the U.S.
And I
has.
saw my reflection in snow
Who's
covered.
Fleetwood Mac? Fleetwood
Shut up. What is Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Get on the seasons of my life. Cause I've been afraid of changing. Cause I've built my life around you. Time makes
I know all about being afraid of changing because I've built my life around someone. I'm sure you do too. I think fear can be a great thing. We certainly wouldn't want to flippantly toss aside little things like marriages. But I also know it can swallow us up and completely take over our lives. Imagine this. What if we all just treated fear like a friend? When it shows up, we just say, "Hey, great to see you. Thank you for reminding me to pay close attention to this. Thank you for helping me make other people uncomfortable for a minute or two so that we can continue living and growing together instead of fading off into our opposing fear corners until we croak. Thank you for helping me see what I would otherwise have missed. Come again anytime." Wouldn't that be nice? Just a thought. Anyway, here's my point. Had you told me 6 months ago, when I was suffocating in the depths of grief and confusion, that soon I would be here with this angel girl, with a gorgeous breeze full of life force blowing through the wide open bay windows directly above the Lady Crotch Canal in Amsterdam? No chance. No chance in the world would I have believed you. I still can't believe this. I can't believe any of this, but I'm here, living it, because I finally got to that place where all I had left was to say enough. If you're out there and you're waking up every morning wishing you would just fall off a boat with a cement block tied to your ankle, think again. Please think again. There is something for you, patiently waiting for you out beyond whatever seemingly impossible obstacle it is that's standing in your way. The only impossible things are the things we can't imagine. If you do just one thing for yourself today, Start imagining. To meet my dear doggy friend Mucha, my lady friend Leanne, and to see other pictures of these unfolding adventures, go to sabbaticalorsuicide.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in episode 4, The Coin Toss. I'm Kathleen. This is Sabbatical or Suicide.